What's up guys, welcome back to Golf Simulator Videos. We're here today to talk about the all-new UNEEKOR EYE MINI portable golf launch monitor that was unveiled by UNEEKOR at this year's PGA Show. Alright, so PGA Show 2022 actually was a little smaller than expected, obviously with COVID, getting started back with things, but UNEEKOR brought something to the table that really caught everyone's attention. This all-new camera-based portable launch monitor. I was able to talk to Scott Lee from UNEEKOR and find out some specifics, basically everything you should know about the UNEEKOR EYE MINI, and that's what we're going to talk about today. Let's go ahead and get started. Alright guys, so like I was mentioning before, there may not have been a lot of new things coming out at this year's PGA Show 2022, but I was able to have this conversation with Scott from UNEEKOR and get you all these specifics about this exciting new portable launch monitor by UNEEKOR, the EYE MINI. I had a ton of people, emailing me asking about availability, specifications, things like that. I was able to find out as much as possible that they're willing to release to the public, and that's what I'm here to show and share with you today. And I'm going to first start by saying that this is a prototype unit. Okay, so this unit is actually one of one. This is the first time they actually were able to get their hands on this in the United States, demonstrating it at PGA Show 2022. I'm going to show you guys all kinds of close-up images and videos along the way here as we discuss everything I was able to find out about the unit. So just understand, when I say it's a prototype, there may be some little tweaks that may be made, could be cosmetically or functionality of the unit. All right, so just understand that. But it's a dual camera system. Both cameras have infrared. Nice part about that is that it's not going to need any special lighting. It's going to be able to work both indoor and outdoor. Infrared is definitely something very nice to have paired with those two high-speed cameras. Now, the nice part about the having only two cameras, it still actually is giving a nice hitting area. I had a lot of people ask, I'd really be interested to see what the hitting area is with only two cameras. Well, it's actually about 8 inches by 11 inches. Okay, that's a really good size for a side unit like that. It also comes with a built-in screen. It is an e-ink screen, backlit, so you're not going to get washed out by sun. And also, if you're in a dark environment, you're going to be able to see it easy. Has all of the ball and the club data. We'll talk about the data here in a minute. And it also has some nice rugged buttons right below, to go through the functions of the unit. So let's talk about data really quick, why we brought that up. So data provided. So ball data will include ball speed, launch angle, side spin, backspin, carry distance, and launch direction. And of course, that's all of that data that's going to be sent to golf simulation software. That way you can actually, use it with various third parties, including actually UNEEKOR's new software we'll talk about here in a minute called Game Day. All right, so club data. Club data actually uses a single sticker, so just know that you do need a single sticker on the club of choice that you're using, and it's going to provide club speed, smash factor, club path, and angle of attack. All right, so no need for multiple stickers, just one sticker, and it is providing some limited club data for you. All right, now I've talked to a lot of different instructors, club fitters, things along those lines, and that is a decent amount of club data, kind of giving you what you need to do some game improvement, things like that. So I think that's great coming in, in a unit like this. It's providing a good amount of club data that is being measured by the cameras. Okay. Now here's one that I had a few people ask about that it may not have been thought about by many people. This is actually going to have putting analysis. Okay, so it's going to give you the ball data and club data for putting. All right, so you'll be able to throw this thing right down to the green outside and you'll be able to pick up on your putter path, ball data, things like that. I think that's really cool. I had a lot of people ask about the battery. All right, so the battery is estimated to be about 6 to 8 hours. I find that very sufficient, whether you're throwing it down into a golf studio to play, a round of golf, or you're taking it out to the range. That's some really good estimated battery time. All right, connectivity is actually very, very well-rounded with Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, USB, and an Ethernet port. All right, so a lot of options there. I think it's going to give people not only the portability maybe out at the range with an iPad, but also it's going to allow them to connect maybe permanently in a studio with like Ethernet. Very nice connectivity options there. So and then just understand now it's coming with some new software as well, now that we talk about portability there. So they're going to include that PC version of View that I've shown significantly in the channel. You can check that out with the IXO, but also they have this all new View Mini software for both iOS and Android. Now this is cool software. It actually is going to be very robust, just like the PC version. So you could throw your iPad down out at the range and you're going to have the same data you would in a PC, in a PC version in a studio with an IXO. All right, so very cool stuff. Make sure you check that out. But I got to touch on the all new software that they're going to be releasing. All right, that you could pair up with this unit called Game Day. All right, so Game Day software is going to include 4K courses, a more expansive library to be announced, but they're talking about different regions. So just understand that. But also new games and also peer-to-peer online play. I can't tell you how many people are, asking about peer-to-peer online play with various software. Well, the all-new Game Day software is going to be providing that, and it's going to work with the IXO, the QED, and the all-new iMini, like we're talking about today. This software is mainly focused on course play. Okay, so the goal is they're trying to make the most, realistic on-course play they can, where they're going to continue to have the Refine and Succeed software for a little more of like a training aspect. All right, it's going to have a little more like the challenges and things like that they have, and there actually are updates that are going to be coming for Refine and Succeed. I had a lot of QED users, IXO users asking about Refine and Succeed. There are updates coming to that, so stay tuned for more. But a lot of people, I don't know if you caught this or not, there's actually new Golf Day software coming. So I was talking to Scott, what is this Golf Day software that's separate from not only the Refine and Succeed and the Game Day? What is the new Golf Day all about? Well, it's actually going to be focused on personalized training, tracking with special routines, and also for improvement and more. So basically what it's going to do is it's going to condense all of this data, and they actually have a new AI system that's going to be built in called Swing Fix. And what that's going to allow you to do is actually use your swing optics cameras. Okay, it actually can automatically draw lines on the student or subject, and then it can actually give you improvement areas to work on. All right, it's going to give you a description of what it sees and then things that you can do and why. So I really think that that's really amazing what they're doing there. And then also they're going to be releasing this new balance mat that you can pair with that. And this is a full-blown weight and balance mat, entire left and right foot heat maps that show data for your toe, heel, stance, and other percentages. Pair that all together, and I'll tell you what, this is just a lot of stuff that's coming to the table from UNEEKOR. And that's why I wanted to kind of give you guys this, what you should know video, especially on the iMini. And, I want to make sure that you guys comment below any additional questions that you have. And if that's information that UNEEKOR is willing to release right now, I'll make sure I try to get the answer and put it in the comments for you. So please be sure to list, any questions that you have down in the comments below. I'm really excited, to test the iMini. As soon as one is available, I will make sure that I have it here in the studio, and we'll do some demonstration videos to show you guys how this thing works. But, there was one thing that a lot of people asked about, and I have to touch on it as far as release time and pricing. Okay, so basically, without naming a price, UNEEKOR was willing to let me tell everyone that this is going to be competitively priced. So if you look at their other models, all right, and where they land in the marketplace, they said, well, look at comparable models to the iMini, and we are going to be very competitive compared to them. So I think that kind of hints where they're looking to kind of land this in the marketplace. They've always been known for pretty aggressive pricing based on what you're getting. So that's pretty exciting. I think this is going to be a fairly affordable launch monitor for a lot of people that are looking in that mid to high range. I consider a QED or an IXO to kind of be getting in that mid high, providing very good ball data as we've shown here in the channel, and club data as well. So and then also the availability. When is this going to be released? A lot of people asking about that. Well, this is a prototype, and they really wanted me to stress to you guys that this is a prototype. Obviously very exciting, and they're working very hard on it, but they don't have a set date for release. So could we expect it later in the year? Very possibly, if everything is coming together quite well for them, they're ready for full production. But it sounds like they're really working hard on this thing to make sure that the data is correct, make sure the hardware is reliable, all those type of things. And I appreciate that from any company, putting that hard work in there to make sure that they're going to deliver a unit that puts out those expectations that their customers have, and also isn't going to have any concerns as far as reliability. So that kind of wraps everything up as far as everything you should know currently about the UNEEKOR Mini. and then I should say Eye Mini, and then also some of the software that's coming. But like I said, make sure that you comment below anything that you guys, would like to, get answered that I might be able to. And then also, as I've always mentioned before, if you're looking to purchase any UNEEKOR product, it could be the QED, the IXO, even if you're looking to get a Mini when it's released, make sure you shoot me an email. I'll pin it to the top of the comments and put it in the description. My partners take excellent care of everybody, going to make sure you're getting the lowest price available, but more importantly, all the proper information that it's going to, whether it's fit in your studio, all the components that you need packaged together, save you the most amount of money, but also help you design all that, and also customer service, best customer service out there. That's why I pick the partners that I do, because I want to make sure my viewers are, taken care of. So, if you haven't had a chance, make sure you smash that subscribe button down there, the like button as well. I appreciate it as always. Stay tuned, guys, because there'll be a lot more coming soon.